like this, if I can get your arm,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, when I'm sweeping,
Yeah.
it don't look like I'm going nowhere. If I can get this low, you don't know, you looking at my body, you're not really looking at my legs.
Right.
So you don't know really where I'm at. So if I can sweep down here, then I'm gone. Then I'm under you and I'm gone. You can't really tell if I'm going or not because my legs are under me, you know what I mean? And when I sweep, you can't drop that leg back fast enough to catch me. You know what I mean?
Yes, it seems to me like you're intent on clearing your shoulders first. And
yeah, I need to get my shoulder. For me,
yeah.
I need to get my shoulders by.
Gotcha.
Because that's where my strength is at. So if I do get my shoulders by and I can get back in here.
You're cutting off my line.
Now I'm pulling. Either you're going to run into me or you got to give up. You know what I mean? Give me a shot.
Right.
If you all up under me, right? And I catch the ball.
Right.
And I bring it up. And I step you off with my leg right there.
Yeah, once again, there's that hip.
Now I got room. You got to give me that. Now I got room to face you back up and get triple threat. Now I can get my space back.
Excellent.
You know. But if I can catch you running, if I can get the ball split second before you get there and you running hard, I'm going to get in and just take off.
For sure.
You can't stop and go and catch me, you know what I mean, at the same pace that I'm getting it and going.
That's our next video.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got one coming right behind this one that's weak side. It's everything. It's that game before the ball touches your hands. You follow me?
Yeah.
There's a whole unexplored game there.
It is. It really is.
Chauncey, in your first 3 years in the league, you shot 28.7% from the three. Okay. The last 3 years, you've shot 40.2, I think, percent from the three-point line. What did you do to improve that?
I think practicing, you know, was a big key, but I think learning to play the game, you know, a little smarter was the biggest key for me. Knowing what's a good shot and taking good shots, you know, as opposed to, you know, being, you know, knowing if I'm open, just going to shoot it. You know, that's a lot of times not just a good shot. You know, knowing time and score. Is this a good shot at the right time? You know, do I have my feet all the way set? You know what I mean? You know, so my first 3 years in the league, it was just like, hey, I'm open, shoot it. You know what I mean? Itching for a scratch, basically. You know, in my last 3 years, it's like, you know, I'm open. Or maybe I'm open for a reason. This is not what we want right now at this point in the shot clock or at this point during the game. You know, just shooting better shots. You know what I mean? Better shots.
That is excellent, because I think everybody knows they're going to get better with repetition. And I think everybody knows in the off season they've got to put in a certain amount of shots to get better and that type of thing. But I like hearing that you think it's a matter of shot selection.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That pushed your percentage on that.
Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt.
How has that helped other parts of your game? I know this is an obvious question, but I know now if you shoot 40% from the three, that's 60% from the two-point land. I don't think you can shoot enough. If you shoot 40%, I'd have a big green light over your head if you shoot 40% from the three-point line.
Yeah.
Think that really helps your penetration game?
It helps everything. You know, when you can shoot it at that kind of accuracy, of course, you know, defenses are going to be set to kind of run you off of that line, you know, so to speak, or once he's out there, pressure him. And for me, you know, if I can, you know, if a guy is going to run out at me, you know, reckless abandon, I'm going to get by him, you know, and make a play for somebody else, if not myself. So it's definitely improved my overall game. It's made me have a lot more uncontested two-pointers, you know, because of the guys running out there, running me off the line. And once I get by them, you know, I don't let them get back in front of me. So, you know, it's giving me a lot of mid-range shots, a lot of assists, you know, from the defense shifting and me being able to drop the ball off.
Creates offense.
It really does. So it's really improved my overall game.
This next stat I'm kind of partial to, okay?
Okay.
You've got a career 87% free throw percentage, okay? That's phenomenal for a career. I mean, it'd be great just for one season. But I think anytime you shoot over 80%, you separate yourself from the crowd, and when you close in on 90, it's just, you know, you're at a very elite status.
Yeah.
What do you credit that kind of percentage to?
It was always about techniques, knowing that, doing the same routine every single time, knowing to keep my elbow in, knowing to get some arch on the shot and following through, and just repetition, just repetition. I just always took a lot of pride in working on that, working on a free throw, and knowing that it's free throws, are as big a part of the game as anything, and people, they kind of take that for granted a little bit. If you can score, a team can score 80 points and you get 32, 31 free throws, whoever scores the most, makes the most free throws is going to win a game, you know what I mean? And a lot of times games come down to free throw situations. So people, I don't think, make a big enough deal about the importance of being able to shoot good free throws.
What's going on in your mind at the free throw line? Are you thinking about anything else? Score, what coach is saying, where you got to get, what's going on?
Nothing is going on in my mind. I'm just making sure I go through my regular routine. I take my 4 dribbles. My first dribble, I'm looking at the basket, making sure I'm center.
Right.
My second 2 dribbles, as I'm taking them, I'm looking down, making sure my feet are centered. On that dot right there.
Right.
And my last dribble, I'm back looking at the rim. So I'm 4 dribbles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making sure I'm checking my points out.
Right.
And then I'm spinning the ball, and then I'm right up into my shot now. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about is my routine, not what the score is, not if we're on the road or we're at home, not as if I had 4 turnovers already.
Right.
Nothing but my routine, and knocking those 2 shots down. And I think that that pays off for me late in games when with games on the line.
Mm-hmm.